Okay, so we are going to do Street Fighter Footsies Handbook. We're going with Chapter 4 because I have already done Chapters 1 through 3. It is 3:55 right now, so I say I have an hour. So we can probably do Chapters 4 and 5. This goes against what I was going to do before because I didn't want to ad-lib these, but I guess I will anyway. Okay, so yeah, Chapter 4. So peaceful Mega Man music is. Picture this, you've been dominating the match, you got a sizable life bar lead, you're nowhere near the corner, momentum is on your side, and all you have to do for a guaranteed win is stand in control for another 15 seconds. The only obstacle on your path is your opponent's fully charged meter. What do you do? Now, this definitely reminds me of what happened today. Who won? Someone in this tournament had a large life lead. It was Bob. Bob had a nice life lead against Sonichurricane, and he just needed to keep it for like 50 seconds. He had Sonichurricane in the corner, but he was being really careful. I wouldn't say that he panicked, but Sonichurricane was able to get out of the corner, and he won that round. Later, to go on to winning the entire set. So, Makolo, pay attention, I guess, because this applies to you. Also applies to me as well, because I have been in that position, and I'd be like, well, I just gotta lame it out, and then I would do something completely stupid, like trying to get away or something, and then I would get hit, and then that would be it. Because you think you've won, you could do whatever you want. Okay, whatever game you may happen to play, for every single significant character matchup, you need 8 to 10 viable answers to that question ready to go at a moment's notice. Otherwise, you'll find some serious nightmare comebacks waiting for you. There's simply no denying the decisive impact of super moves in modern fighting games. If you don't know how to bait the opponent into wasting meter, you may as well subtract the entire thing from your life bar and try to win with whatever you've got left. Not a bright idea. Essentially, this chapter is about when you have a life lead and you know you're about to win, don't get hit with a super, because those take a lot of damage off of you, and they can come back from it. Because once you hit a super like that, you have huge momentum in your favor. Now let's see the serious nightmare comeback from James Chen and Sirleen. Alright, Sirleen is he has a large life lead with awesome. Holy crap, super turbo freaking counter pokes. James Chen with the 720! That was a nice poke. Oh my god. Yeah, this Zangief just has to. Oh, that's so godlike. I'm gonna watch that again. That was great. Dang, James Chen. See it start that over. As you see, those has full HP. James Chen has like this much. Dalsum is an expert keep away, so we just gotta play this properly. Don't get counter poke like that. James Chen comes in with that heavy punch in the air, and freaking layered counter pokes, awesome pokes. Like what the heck? Here we go. Then take him to 720. And then it gets counter poked. Now remember when I was like, yeah, this like super turbo, not super turbo. This is, first of all, this is Alpha 3. Anyway, so it's like Street Fighter 2. Childhood jab was essentially like that. If you try to hit it, it's gonna hit you back. If you're like Kotaro, it's like it's not to just put out there. That's one of the moves in the game that you can just press at large ranges away. Rather, if you press it close up, then they can parry it, and you know that's bad. Okay, so let's move on. Element 10. If your opponent has full meter and you can tell that they're eagerly fishing to land it, stay far away for a while and then walk into their crouching medium kick range and immediately block low. They probably said crouching medium kick because universally that is like the longest poke, and not longest poke, but rather that's their longest poke that they can go into a super from in fighting games like usually. Even if you go into anime, let's say using Elton and under Nightingale, her 2B, which I say would be the equivalent of a crouching medium kick, gives her a large reward. So it's like a meme. Elton players will mash it because, well, why not mash it? It's still low. You get like 3.2k if you confirm off of it. Like, it's good. But in Street Fighter, yeah, walk into the crouching medium kick range, immediately block low. It's a relatively safe gamble, and if they take the bait, you can punish them, or at the very least, you have neutralized the threat of their super meter. In fact, this applies to Cole directly. So let's say Cole has 1 bar, and he wants to land that 2D into Shinku, aka to crouching heavy kick into Super 1, or standing heavy punch into Super 1, forward standing heavy punch. They're about the same range, so if you like walk forward into the range and block low, then that's gonna miss. It's not really a block string, so I think you can super jump it if you see the flash. If you are a Crow, then you can probably punish with Tatsu at full range. Otherwise, it's not a lot of punishes, because if you're doing it from that range as Ko, it's not much you can do again from that range. If you're slightly closer, it's different. Yeah, Snake, the crouching jab thing. Punish it online. Okay. If you're really advanced, you can take the hit with an airborne hop, then pass right through the super. Seriously though, it's usually better to keep it simple. If your mind games become too advanced for the opponent, your elaborate bait will fly right over their head, and you'll land on a dumb level 3 super. Can't exactly do that in Yala, because Cole's super, you can time it so that it will whiff as your recoil from an anti-air hit, but most of the times it will hit you as an anti-air because you got hit in the air, and it hits multiple times. You can apply this to other things though. Let's see. You can apply this to Hina and Shimo. So let's say they want to do their standing, well, Hina specifically. Let me go to Hina. Her standing heavy kick goes into her super 2, which is called Isen Kosa. If she hits you with that as an anti-air situation, then she'll immediately go into super, because it's a cancel, and it's a quick cancel, so you can't really confirm it. So let's say she anti-airs you with the standing heavy kick when the opponent wants to hit you with super 2. You will get anti-aired by it, and then you'll land back and you'll block Isen Kosa. If you are smart. If you're not, you're gonna get hit by Isen Kosa, because you're gonna land and then you're not gonna hold your down back. So yeah, this is somewhat useful in Yada, but like it says, keep it simple. Walk into that standing heavy kick range and block. The Isen Kosa will come out, you'll block it, and then you get a full punish. Tell me if there's any comments in the chat, if that was completely understandable, etc. I'm going to start this video. Also going to make sure that I'm freaking connected. Hopefully nothing's lagging. Okay, this is Guile. I can't tell what character this is. Oh, okay, that's Sagat. He was red. So this is Combo Fiend versus John Choi. You're going to see, I assume, oh no, there it was right there. This super is gonna whiff. Yeah, and he's gonna punish it. Okay, that was way too quick to see. Okay, so Combo Fiend's playing Sagat. You're probably gonna see him. You're gonna see him run forward through a crouching medium kick. You're gonna see Garo walk forward slightly into the crouching medium kick range. No, you're gonna see Garo walk forward and then jump into the crouching medium kick, so that once Sagat does the super is gonna completely whiff. There we go. Again, too fast. Run forward. Okay. See, John Jory is very, very smart. So instead of doing a short hop, because you can do short hops in CVS2 with C Groove, he did Gaio's, I think it's back heavy kick, which is a hop move. He'll put out his kick and he hops forward. He is airborne during it. So if he gets hit out of it, it counts as him being airborne. Yeah, so he got hit by Sagat's crouching medium kick, and then combo theme, he wasn't confirming it. It's a cancel, so he went straight into the Tiger Cannon, which was able to whiff because Gaio was airborne. No, you can't really, Bob, you can't really compare this to jump parry and wake up, because unless someone is crazy like me, they won't do like a button into super. If you're Cole, let's say you're trying to frame trap someone, you're trying to like walk forward then walk back so that they can mash grab and then you can heavy punch them. If you do jump parry and you parry the heavy punch, then they do super 1. If you press the button, you're gonna get punished, so you gotta kind of commit to the parry. So this is definitely something different, because again, Cole's super, it hits airborne opponents in situations like these. You can't compare this to any character doing a universal overhead and like neutral or something. So like all 4 universal overhead, since universal overhead is airborne universally, if you get hit out of it and the opponent does a cancel into a super, and you will block the super. So again, for example, Hina, she does her standing heavy kick. If you walk forward, do universal overhead, and this happened to me many times, and I know the opponent isn't doing this on purpose, it's just on accident. They do universal overhead, you're gonna hit them out of universal overhead, they're gonna land. If they block, they're gonna block the Eastern Kosa. Now you can purposely do this, just like John Choi did. Let's play this back again, except in slower motion. Oh shoot, this is too far back. Whatever, that's fine. You're gonna watch it. Here he comes. Combo Fiend walks back slightly, stands still, walks forward. John Choi does back heavy kick. Gets airborne hit out. He was charging. Does medium kick into Sonichurricane. Boom. Punish. Alright, everything understandable? I'm gonna move on to element 11. Alright, yeah. Making a battle network. Okay. Just wondering why I haven't heard that. Yup. Okay. Element 11. While on the receiving end of lengthy combos and rush sequences, a lot of players attempt reversal supers at difficult link junctions and possible breaking points. Everyone's done this. You understand it. It's called mashing. Mashing is good, and mashing is bad. If you caught your opponent gambling this way and you have a direct counter to the super move, sometimes it's worthwhile to create an intentional gap during your attack string by inserting the appropriate counter. If it works, the advantages are numerous. Now, I don't know what they mean by this, so I'm actually going to watch this. But first, we're going to see someone mash. Yo, we're going to see Daigo mash. We're about to see Daigo mash. Alright. Ino just Just stun Daigo. And Daigo mashes super. Oh wait, no, Daigo was mashing super. Right, Daigo's the Guile player. Ino was mashing super, and he hits because Daigo messed up his combo. Yeah, everyone understands that. That's just something that players do. It's fine to do. It's not fine to do all the time. The counter to that would be to create an intentional gap during your attack pressure. So let's see what he means by this. Oh, Street Fighter 4. Sad bread. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. I didn't know that worked. Okay. I'm trying to see what can you do. Oh, you can compare this to parrying in Yata. But first let me explain this. It's kind of self-explanatory, but let me explain anyway. This is regular Street Fighter 4. Doing the Chris G crap in regular Street Fighter 4. Okay. Yeah, that's not a combo. At least not to heavy. So he purposely did the that type of Tatsu because he thought Valle was gonna mash something. Why did Super come out? I guess Valle wasn't mashing DP properly. Because that shouldn't have invul. His Shinku Hadoken shouldn't have invul. Maybe he was trying to mash Mesu Hadoken and Shinku came out. Or he was trying to mash DP and again Shinku came out. But if that was the case, I don't know. I don't think Sabre definitely did the toss on purpose, but like I don't think he meant to catch that. I guess input latency got the better of him, yeah. Okay, so let's explain this. Actually, I mean, let's compare this to Yata. So, let's say that players are mashing freaking crouching light punch during your strings because they do that. You can A, frame trap them, or B, you can press parry. So like you can do jab, pause, parry. You parry the crouching light punch, and then you can punish. Or let's say they're mashing DP. You can do something, pause, parry, something, jump back, and then press parry on your DP. Just just put in counters to strings in your strings. Put in counters to mashing in your strings. My apologies. Hopefully I explained that properly. I shouldn't be getting. Okay, so let's move on. Elemental, what's this song? Void. Oh, I don't have no shuffle. Well, that's fine. Element 12. When an aggressive opponent willingly resets the match by pushing you away, don't spring for the first opportunity to make a major move. It could be a trap. Yes, if I'm like pressuring you the entire game and then I like jump back, most of the time I'm not like running away. Most of the time I'm looking for you to be impatient, and then I'm gonna do something random, and then you're gonna hit. Then you're gonna get hit. To boss specifically, you should see this a lot in those Samurai's play. Like if he would like go back after being really aggressive, he would do like either a Yugi-zan or a Reseku-zan, and then he would catch the opponent. So yeah, you should know this. And then if he does mess up, like let's say you block the Yugi-zan, he would then do a flash kick because the opponent acknowledges that it's minus, but Hina can't be punished off of that. So he would just do a flash kick and then they would get hit. Okay. Continuing. When aggressive opponent, yeah, it could be a trap. Test the waters by whiffing a single low jab, counter bait, or simply block patiently to see what your opponent has in mind. As luck would have it, both methods were demonstrated under 10 seconds at Evo 2K5 by Afro Legends and S-Skill, respectively. Okay, so Afro Legends with a jab, and S-Skill just blocks. Yeah, Snake, as Juicebox would say it, because I was on his stream for Street Fighter 5. That's the Street Fighter mix-up. When are you gonna frame trap or do something else, etc. Whatever, you know. Yeah, this applies to other games. It's universal fundamental, whatever. Continuing. So this is demonstrated under 10 seconds by Afro Legends and S-Kill. Sometimes remaining calm through a tense moment is all it takes to avoid defeat. Okay, so let's see what happens. DJ. Okay, so S-Kill is very aggressive right now. And he just stopped. Like, he just stopped being aggressive. And the DJ player wanted to go in. Then he hit butts whatever button DJ pressed because he was being patient. Let's watch that all over again because that was so fast again. Okay. Alright, now look how aggressive S-Kill is in slow motion. Like, he's like, nope, DJ, I'm sorry. You're not getting out this corner. Now, DJ did it right there. Normally, from what you see before, the DJ will press a button, right? Saw him do the projectile. He whiffed a low jab. What S-Kill did, he did super because he thought DJ was gonna, Afro Legends was gonna press a button. Unfortunately, he did press a button, but it recovered in time so that the super didn't hit Afro Legends. No, Legato, that's not the point of the lesson. The point of the lesson is if an opponent is aggressive, don't run away and like mash outs when you think they're gonna do something. Just like be patient, because as you see here, the DJ player, he after blocking or getting hit by S-Kill, he realized, okay, I'm gonna need to not press a button again. I'm gonna need to do something like just low recovery. So he did a jab, and S-Kill thought that Afro Legends was gonna do something like a projectile again, because the projectile hit last time. But he didn't. He did a jab, so he didn't get hit by the super. Okay, so moving on. Blocking the super. This is super turbo, so you can't punish it on block. Okay. And right there, the Afro Legend was like, it's my turn now. So he tried to be aggressive. Okay, you saw the Bison player whiff. What's his name? Balrog. You saw the Balrog player whiff that. So Afro Legend was like, it's my turn now. So he did a sweep. Well, I think that's a sweep. And then he was like, well, S-Kill is gonna try to do something like a charge punch, or he's gonna like walk forward and press a button. So Afro Legends did a super because he thought that it was gonna hit S-Kill's button. However, S-Kill, what he did, he waited patiently to see what Afro Legends would do. So instead of pressing a button, he just blocked. And as you see, he got hit by all of it. Yes, Legato. Wait for an opening. You can do this in 2 ways. You can do this by A, doing something with really low recovery, or B, blocking. Doing something with really low recovery has the added benefit of if the opponent is trying to like walk up and grab you or not frame trapping you, they'll get hit by it and you can confirm it to something else. Blocking has the benefit of if the opponent is trying to frame trap you or presses something that's going to beat the button that you're going to put out, then you're safe from it. How the heck did I get to freaking Mega Man 3 already? Oh really? They kept this throughout the entire series? Okay. Hopefully I explained that properly. These examples barely scratch the surface of the countless meter-based setups utilized in tournament play. They vary based on character matchups, accounting for the properties and objectives of rival supers. Pick up as many as you can from various sources such as forum discussions, match videos, clever opponents, etc., and try them out for yourself. Memorize the dependable ones until you have enough variety in your arsenal to overcome predictability. Comparing it to Yada. Juzu Maru. He is super, the forward double quarter circle forward kicks. That goes through projectiles. It has the added benefit of being invulnerable to everything else. And it's very fast and it causes some chip to come out. So you can see Juzu players just do it. Let's say you wanted to bait that. What you would do, you can whiff a light button as a character that is a show like a Crow or a Ko. Like do a light punch and they would think that it's a fireball if they're trying to do the super. And then you can block the super because you're standing outside the range of the super. Assuming you're standing outside the range of the super because you're going to do a fireball. Then you can then punch the super. Or you can simply like walk forward and then block the super. This just goes into oh, I think the opponent is going to do X, so I'm going to do Y. Now you, instead of doing X, do Z. Because Z is going to be the answer to Y. Okay. Rule number 3. Constantly monitor your opponent's state of mind. Certain aspects of Footsies take advantage of an opponent's hesitation while others rely on misdirecting aggression. Thus, expecting passiveness from someone who has grown impatient can lead to disaster. As you practice against different players, try to detect which psychological stimuli nudge them in one direction or the other. Psychology. For example, a flashing guard bar tends to make people jumpy with reversals and trigger happy with supers. Yes, that is true. If the opponent's guard bar is like flashing and it's about to be guard crush, you will probably see players, me, be overly aggressive and try to rush you down. And like throw out a bunch of EX moves to keep you in place or to deplete your guard bar. On the other hand, for the player that has a flashing guard bar, me, I would be looking to not block and to do a DP. Or to jump away, or to parry. Sometimes I will just sit still and block because I'm like, they're not going to expect me to block. So yeah. Conversely, having no meter against someone with full meter urges people to play it overly safe. Throwing a lot of fireballs lures some people into complacency while agitating others. Learn as many of these habits as possible and factor them into your decisions when choosing from your arsenal of tricks. Okay, let me check the time. Let's see. I have 30 minutes left, so I won't be able to do another one of these. Hopefully everything is understood. If not, say so in the chat and I will address it. Otherwise, I am going to stop that, and I'll probably watch some Yata. I'm gonna watch Bob versus Musashi from earlier. What is this? Oh, it's Port Mapper. Thanks for the read. Okay, cool. Alright. So yeah, thanks for watching.